Okay, an adjacency list is a data structure that stores a list of nodes with their adjacent nodes. So they're nodes in which they've got a relationship with. So below you can see how this can be used to represent an undirected graph. So again, it's a different data structure, but it's how it can be used to represent the same types of graphs we've looked at before. So we can say from vertex A, I've got a relationship with B and C, which you can see A goes to B and C. Vertex B goes to A, C, and E. So B, A, C, and E, look. Okay, etc., etc. So you can see how that can be used, that format. So again, it's still a two-dimensional data structure, but it's smaller, and how that can be used to be the data structure behind the graph we are talking about. Again, if we made it a directed graph, all we need to do is choose in which way we're going to store the data. So again, if we want to go from A to B to have an A to B to relationship, do we put this relationship in B or do we put it in A? In our case, we put it in A. So we've said if there's a B there, that means the direction goes from A to B. It doesn't matter which way around you do it, again, as long as you're consistent and you program it to know how to read the data structure. That's all that matters. Okay, so again, we can use an adjacent list this time to represent a directed graph. Okay, so again, D goes to C. So in column D goes to E. We should have a C in there. Look, I've made an error. It should be C, comma E. A has 2, B has 8. Yeah, there just should be C, comma E. I can pretend I did that on purpose to talk about to you in the video. But yeah, hopefully you can see where that error was. And finally, we can use it to represent a weighted graph. Now, when it represents a weighted graph, we need to store both the relationship and then the weight. So who you've got the relationship with, so A to B, I've got A to B and 7, so I need to put them in pairs of data. And again, how you do that, whether that's another data structure within it, or it's just you program it so it knows the first item is that, then etc. Because it's always going to be in pairs. It's completely up to you. This is a conceptual model, and there's lots of ways in which you can do this, but you can do it in this form, which can store a weighted graph, just like we looked at before with the adjacent matrix. You can also do it with an adjacency list.